First, I would like to personally thank all of you for attending today. I would also like to thank Mr. Bill Bullock for the opportunity to be the inaugural head coach of the Western Mass Zombies in the American Basketball Association. This is going to be my second season as a head coach in the ABA, and I'm extremely excited and honored and thankful for this opportunity. I'm looking forward to the upcoming season and to all the great events that Bill has planned for this organization. As the head coach, I'm looking forward to having players who are going to be hardworking and dedicated, who you can expect a fun environment with a very competitive basketball team this season and going in the future. And I would just like to thank all of you in advance, and I look forward to seeing all of you at our home gym, the South End Community Center this season. Thank you very much.
I appreciate everyone coming out here today. This year we're going to run things a little bit differently. I think in the past, when we've had Springfield basketball here, where this basketball was born, we didn't do enough for our community. So this year our whole focus, our first 5 or 6 games, 100% of the ticket proceeds are going to be donated to local nonprofit organizations in the area. We're hoping that really building the community support, the community will support us. One thing I learned over this process was Brian is a very important part. Everyone that I've talked to, from past ownership to other teams, the one thing they suggested to me was keeping Coach on. I hired Coach before I even talked to him. He was probably annoyed with me because I had about a 2-hour phone call with him. But this is a guy that comes from Waterbury, Connecticut, that is coming up here. For example, we're doing a free basketball clinic in October. He's putting his time and effort to come out here because he believes in the community. And that's what we want to do. We want to be able to give back to the community. So I want to give a big shout out to Matt Ryan over there from Free Lunch Studios. Phenomenal comic book artist that designed our logo, and that's why we're here today to show the unveiling. So Matt, thank you so much for your time and effort putting into this. And you guys want to help me?
Ladies and gentlemen, the logo for the Western Mass Zombies. And ladies and gentlemen, right here is our jerseys for the Western Mass Zombies, right here, the home and away. And here's our t-shirts. Ladies and gentlemen, basketball is back in the birthplace of basketball. Let's hear it for the Western Mass Zombies.
Thank you guys for coming out. Coach is here. I'm here for any questions if you guys have anything. Thanks to Demented FX for sending some of their talented actors out there dressed up as zombies. We're going to have them at our games as well. I see some former Springfield Sting players here. Guys, thank you for coming out, and hope to see you guys all out at the games this year. Thank you.
Ryan designed logo. ABA. Flint Tropics.
Can I go up there for a picture?
I'm on Facebook Live, so. Very cool. All right, we're here with the members of the Western Mass Zombies.
So far,
We're here with Bill, the owner,
hello.
Matt, the logo designer, and Brian, the head coach.
How you doing?
So we'll start with Bill. Bill, tell us how the Western Mass Zombies came about.
You know, I have a sports marketing background, and I've worked in the NBA and NHL and minor league sports, and I've been out of sports for about 8 years now, and just kind of missed that interaction, having the game days, the fan interaction, and there was an opportunity with the Springfield Sting selling to be able to come in and buy the franchise and rebrand it and re-logo it. And, you know, with the zombie look, there's so many things you can do on an event promo basis to really have some fun at the games. Besides having an entertaining basketball game, you can have fun promotions going on throughout and making it a total fan experience.
So, Brian, how did you get involved in the whole thing?
Actually, I was the head coach of the Springfield Sting team last season, and that had happened just from an initial email to the former owner, and then I met with him, and he gave me the opportunity to be the head coach. And then when the season ended, I knew there was probably going to be some change. Either the Springfield Sting was not going to continue. Bill had contacted me about possibly returning to the team, and you know, I took the opportunity, and you know, I just want to thank him again for that opportunity to be the head coach of the new Western Mass Zombies team.
Now, Matt, you got involved in doing the logo. What was the whole basis behind the logo, like the idea that came to you from making the logo?
So Bill called me, and he was contemplating a couple of different investments, and then he landed on one, and he asked me to do a logo, and he and I had talked about a zombie themed event before, and I think that's kind of what put the idea word in his head. So I immediately came up with like 6 ballpoint pen designs, which he thought I was messing with.
I thought you were messing with me. I thought they were complete BS designs and you were just toying with me.
But then one landed on him, and he was like, I really like this. And I think within a couple hours, we had ink on the page for at least the final black and white concept. And you can see it's kind of a nod to the NBA logo in a little way. And then also to the AWA, right? The ABA, the league that they're in. So I wanted to make some honest tributes to all the different things that we're feeding into the concept. So it came pretty naturally, pretty fluidly.
quick.
Yeah, it was a very fun job to do, and you know, the further I got with the design, the more comfortable it got. It was really easy by the end. I think the toughest part was just nailing down the color scheme, and we had a good dialogue on that. I didn't know Steve was behind the curtain. Go, hey, Brian. Sorry, Brian. But with the color scheme, but I feel like it came pretty naturally.
Now, the color scheme, like if anyone knows you from the shirts you wear every time I come to a show, is the Bulldog shirts.
That's right, yeah.
So is that where the color scheme came from initially, or is it just
No,
a happy coincidence that it's the same color scheme?
Just a coincidence, you know. I mean, I'm a red kind of guy. Red's my favorite color, so, you know, and having the black to go with it, I just thought the tie-in, especially with it being a zombie.
The gray skin.
The gray, the decay, the blood, you know, it's just kind of was a natural fit, I think, for the colors. Yeah.
Now, Brian, you're the coach, so we were with the team last year. What is the ABA actually? If someone wants to know what the ABA is, how would you explain it?
The ABA, it's a fast-paced style of basketball. There's, you know, it's similar to the pro game as far as 12-minute quarters. You know, timeout stuff, substitutions are pretty similar to the regular game. You know, it's guys that are some former Division I, Division II, Division III, some guys that never played past high school on teams. It's a very competitive league. Teams are located all over the country, different regions. The league's broken up into 4 main regions. They had Florida was their separate region, and I believe they combined that now into just a kind of a southeast region with some teams from Georgia and areas down there. up in this area, you know, there's teams in Worcester, Mass, Framingham, up Albany, Binghamton, you know, New Jersey. So, you know, there's teams all over the country as far as that. There are some very unique rules in the ABA, and I was explaining them to Bill a little bit as he had read through the rules. You know, being my first year last year, I had quite a few referees have to come over and give me an explanation of what the rules actually meant and how they were interpreted. One of the biggest things is 3D light, which is a weird rule. If you turn the ball over in the backcourt, it's basically a light bulb that goes on at the scorer's table, and everything after that, any point in that possession is, any basket is an additional point. So 2 points would be 3 is 4, and shooting foul, it's 3 shots. So there are a few different rules, but basically it's played on the you know, standard NBA rules as far as time and, you know, timeouts, and the fouls are 6 fouls, you know, so it's pretty standard with that, with a couple funky rules added in there. Definitely a fast-paced, high-scoring, you know, mentality and philosophy behind the rules that are enforced in the game.
So, Bill, back to you. The team, like I've heard, there's tryouts coming up, stuff like that. Where do people look for that kind of information?
On, September 23rd. To register, you can call my offices. The phone number is 413-459-4663. It's $75 to register. Anyone that does make the team gets their registration fee back. So if you make the team, you get your money back. The reason we do that is if it was free, you'd have people more out of shape than me trying out, and coach wouldn't be able to, he would go ready to kill me. So we got to try to eliminate some of bigger stature people from trying out.
Mark, I need to borrow $75.
Right.
I'm already spending it on myself. You can.
But the tryouts are going to be held at the South End Community Center. I mean, it's a beautiful facility. They've been without a home for the past 6 years because of the tornado. They built really a beautiful facility. Their gym is great. I was wrong. I thought we could seat 500 at the game. I was told you could actually seat up to about 1,000 at the game. So we can do a lot more, especially with this year trying to raise money for the nonprofits. We can really try to pump in the crowd.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, like you were saying with the nonprofits, do you have the nonprofits picked out already, or are there
we have a few of them.
options for nonprofits to
one of the
get
games we're
involved
going
with?
to be playing is going to be against the AVA Worcester team on December 22nd. They're going to come up and play us. 100% of the proceeds is going to go to the South End Community Center. That following day, we're going to go to Worcester on the 23rd and play them for a charity game to go to one of their organizations. We have 2 other dates not set, but we have our, who we're going to be playing. One is a phenomenal gentleman, Seeds of a Father. They do a lot of outreach in the Springfield, father-based community program. Kevin has put me in touch with so many people. I've been blown away with how passionate he has been about the community. So we're going to be playing a game with them. And then I also met with LeVar Click from Dunbar, the Springfield YMCA. We're going to do a game to help raise money for the Y, which is great because they have such a big part of the Springfield community. You know, they have centers throughout Springfield. So, and then we'll probably do about 3 or 4 other games that we're kind of working on right now.
Is there a website people can get to yet, or is that in the works?
ZombiesBasketball.com. It's under construction. We do have our Facebook page, Western Mass Zombies, so they can get all the updates there. But we are working on building the web page. We can do a lot more now that we have our logo.
Yeah, now that everything's
all the marketing stuff for sponsorships, I can't do
it.
anything until I got the logo out. So now, we're good with that.
So, Matt, since this is, where do we find out more about Matt Ryan's stuff?
freelunchcomics.com or Free Lunch Studios on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or YouTube, and then the Free Lunch Studio Patreon, where this video will end up for my visitors to see.
And at Western Mass Zombie games, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be at a lot of the games. They're going to get tired of seeing me.
I know I already am.
I'm going to be Coach's special little weirdo, like lurking around. No, but I'm very excited.
Play that guy.
I'm
Play that guy.
very excited to pay homage to you and your players in different ways. I'm excited to pitch the owner a couple of concepts to just add life. We're going to have programming opportunities.
Oh yeah.
To really be able to take advantage of the 4-color nightmare that I can provide.
So Brian, where you also not only do you coach here, you also coach other places. Where will we see Brian next?
Actually, you would see me on a cross country course on Tuesday. Actually, but no, yes, I also coach. I'm from Connecticut, Waterbury, actually about an hour and 15 minutes away from Springfield. So I coach. I'm the head varsity basketball coach at the high school for the last 12 years. So I'm doing that. Just got roped in at the end of the school year to coach cross country, so I'm now the boys cross country coach at the school too. So pretty much, if there's an athletic event going on, you're probably going to see me around. One of the things I wanted to piggyback off Bill, and this was Bill's idea actually, we are running for the families that showed up today for our logo unveil. We are running a free clinic on October 20th for youth at the South End Community Center on October 20th from 3 to 5. So that's another idea that Bill came up with about a week ago. Asked me, and I said absolutely. I thought it was a great idea, and it was something I really wanted to be a part of. So yeah. So I mean, I'm really excited. Bill has a lot of connections, and I think going forward, it's going to be a great success, and more importantly, it's going to be a great environment for the community and local organizations to be a part of. So that's really what I'm really excited about. And when I first talked to Bill, that was the one thing that, when he talked a little bit about his background and how he has some connections, that was the thing that really kind of not only kept me here, but drew me in even more. So that's, I'm really excited to get started. And as Bill mentioned, September 23rd, we have a tryout. So, there's some returning guys that are interested in trying out. And then, we have hopefully a lot of new guys. So anybody, September 23rd, like Bill mentioned, all the information is on the Facebook page. So we're looking to get as many guys as we can to make it, not only fun for the fans, but put a competitive product on the court. So.
All right, so it's zombiesbasketball.com.
It's going to be fun.
Also, Western Mass Zombies Facebook.
Yeah.
Free Lunch Studios on Facebook. Free Lunch Comics. That's the Western Mass Zombies. It's zombie time.
Yeah, it is.